is there a point in time that you would go back to yourself, the age that you were then, but knowing what you know now? And if there is, what would you say to yourself?
I would say to myself, slow down. Because everything that I had told you definitely paints a picture of someone who just needs to keep going and do more. But I've discovered through becoming a parent that there's something really great about taking a pause and looking around and kind of basking where you are, or trying to learn more about where you are versus keep the and going. So there are moments where I think I should have given myself a bit of a break, and told myself to slow down, because I remember when I think all of us go through this at some point, and it didn't even matter. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. I think when you're young, you think like the title is very important because it'll get you into this level of like you believe that you'd be more valuable. When in fact, I think learning the most out of where you are, and not trying to keep looking to the next title, really understanding who you are, where you're at, and what you need to get to that next level is more important than trying to just chase the next thing or the next title. But yeah, I think I would tell myself to slow down. Mm-hmm.
I think that's you hit the nail on the head in terms of that's fantastic advice for anyone in any industry, perhaps especially in those working in agencies where the pace is always so fast and the expectation on delivery is always so high, that I think we often encounter burnout, we often encounter stress-related absences, and I think if we could all just slow that pace down a little, we'll probably end up getting better work out the door, which will give a better return to the client. So that client will be happier. We'll all be less stressed. But I think with the advent of emerging tech is increasing the speed of production. We were already, experiencing burnout at a rapid rate, and I think we're in danger of having burnout on a mass scale if leadership allow the expectation of delivery of AI, and we put that expectation on humans in the flow. I think we're running into a huge issue. I know the world and their mum are talking about AI right now, so we can't not, but I don't really kind of want to dwell on it. But what are you seeing in your day-to-day right now? What are the changes, the impacts that AI are having so far?
Yeah, I want to start with saying that I recognize that, and I've heard this, I've been part of a few design cohorts and dived into conversations with other people in the creative industry or design industry. And I feel that we're all trying to do more with less, whether you have a small team or you just don't have enough funding, or you're put in a position where leaning into AI seems like a duh. It'll help with productivity, but at the same time, if we dive in too quickly without understanding how it's going to actually impact the work, what is the process? What are the approvals like? What you just don't want to dive into an app or dive into any specific AI tool without really understanding how it'll actually impact the entire business. And so we have to be very careful about, yes, we definitely want to leverage it for productivity's sake so we can do other things, but it's definitely on us to understand the tool. But it's also an education, I think, for businesses to understand that you need a human being to operate this tool. You can't just have a camera sit there and expect it to take photos. But someone has to learn the tool, understand how to work with it, and make it better. And so it all depends on human inputs, and not to forget that. So I think there's a fine balance with what businesses are providing teams and how much you can work with as either a team leader or as an individual contributor. Just understanding the tools and then having them integrated in a responsible way is really important, because sometimes we'll just get away with ourselves and try to do it all and then realize that we can't use the tool anymore. So